Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 3 here at Cambridge United. We've started the League One season very well indeed. We're hoping to continue that today. We also face championship opposition in Cardiff City. They've been relegated in this save, but I would like to test myself against a higher league side. So we're going to sim Fleetwood and Charlton. We'll play MK Dons because I'd very much like to get payback against them, or at least minimal, some sort of revenge for them beating us to the League 2 title last season. We'll play Cardiff, and we'll also play Wycombe Wanderers away from home at the end of the episode as well. Not fussed at all about the Checker Trade Trophy, but I will start my strongest 11 to try and improve their overalls and give them the best or most amount of playing time as possible. And Suarez Garcia gives us a 1-0 lead after 13 minutes. I've put Suarez Garcia in at cam behind Sabi and put a Moo on the right hand side again. I just wasn't really getting enough out of Vargas in that cam role, in that second role. Oh, you bastards. Last minute equaliser and then they win on penalties. I don't care. We're out the Checker Trade Trophy and we really couldn't care less about that competition. But yeah, I wasn't getting much out of Vargas this season, and when I played with him, I was struggling to be effective with him. He had such a good combination with Sabi last season, but this year he's just not cutting it. So he's found himself on the bench, but he could be my backup striker. We are still, of course, looking to improve the squad in January. We weren't quite able to bring in the numbers we wanted to in the summer transfer window. But we do know where we want to improve. Greg Taylor wants to play in the game against Charlton. Sorry, sir. You're not going to be playing in the game against Charlton. We shall see if we can get ourselves a win away from home down in London. Hughes in goal. Still some, not arguments, but some lack of agreement in the comment section with regards to goalkeeping role. I'm still leaning towards Mitov, even though, as you quite rightly point out, there are reaction stats that I won't be able to train on his physical side of things. But I'm still leaning towards Mitov for the time being. If we get to the point where Mitov isn't good enough and it's costing us games, then I will put Hughes in goal and Mitov will become my rotation goalkeeper. But for the time being, I'm still keen on keeping Mitov as my number 1 goalkeeper. I apologise if that's annoying to some people. That's just the way things are going to be at this particular moment in time. I apologise. We may even give Mitov the captain's armband. The captain's armband now that Greg Taylor isn't in the starting 11 anymore. We are 9th after 6 games. It's not bad. Scout report back on James Garner. I'm keen to see if he's any good. 67 rated. Doesn't leap out at me, to be completely honest. Doesn't leap out at me. We have better options in our youth setup that could grow to become better than him. Right, this is going to be my first time actually using Geertruida. So we shall see how he is to actually play with personally, but it's Harrison that's on the bench. Greg Taylor's dropped to the reserves. Vargas on the bench as well. Ziegler's now stepping up onto the bench as an alternative winger / wide option. Amu into the starting lineup at right mid again. Nice growth by Bogle so far. I haven't tended to do too many squad reports in this save, or any at all, I think, other than the end of season roundup. So maybe it's something I could do. Wycombe currently top of the table, so obviously that's why I want to play them at the end of the episode. But let's start in our first played game by hopefully getting one over on MK Dons. Harrison forward to Amu. Suarez Garcia is there. Amu's kept the run going, and we'll play him in again. Going to look to get away from Dean Lewington, which he's done quite easily. Into the middle, Suarez Garcia was arriving for the second effort. It's going to drop here to Howison. Could shoot. Or pull it back to Oscar Hill. We'll get it out wide here to Uno, who should score.
No, he's missed it. How is this still level? Oh, you'll be thinking about that.
How?
That was a bad miss.
How? How has he done that? Uno? Do you know what you're doing? Hill. Forward there to Suarez Garcia. Sabi will play the 1-2. 1-2-3. And Amu's on the far side. David Amu in the box. Oh, the angle just wasn't quite right. I didn't want to square it across because I was certain that the defender would have cut it out there, the number 4. I should be 1-0 up in this game. Uno should have just finished his chance, let alone Amu's there. I still, honestly, that shot from Uno is, I'm pretty sure, the worst I've ever had in any save of any FIFA game ever. The worst effort on goal ever. Bogle into the new centre-back. I just had a look online on the website I use for pronunciations. It's called Forvo.com. F-O-R-V-O. Forvo.com is the site I use for my pronunciations. I've been calling him Gitroida. I knew that was wrong. I didn't realise quite how wrong it was. He pronounced his name Gitroida. Gitroida even. Gitroida is how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure. I just had it up on my PC. I'm going to do it again. Let's have a look. Gitroida, I believe it was. Gitroida. Yeah, Gitroida. So I shall have to remember to call him Gitroida, not Geertroida. Dutch, not my strongest language, it seems. Howison into a moot.
Maybe just kicked it a little bit there, and pass goes straight to the opposition.
Aniki out wide to Britain.
Whip it in now.
All deflected and could have gone anywhere. Out for a corner. McGrandle's going off. Not sure who they're going to bring on in his place. Cisse is coming on for MK Dons. We'll try and get rid of that. Amu does well enough. Here is Britain. Cargill, Cisse, Brugge. Oh, good ball in. Mitov tips it away and Penny just gets that. Right, Uno, counter-attack. He's not got much sprint... Oh, sorry, not got much acceleration, Uno, but his sprint speed is very high. Sabi has great sprint speed and acceleration. Oh, but not finishing apparently. No one will score the goal. Given away. Tatarota intercepts. Hill. Dickinson to Rodrigo Vargas. Oh, just overrun it. Sabi made a great run. I just couldn't quite keep the ball under control well enough to play him through. Cisse out wide to Brugge. Back to Cisse to Brugge again to Cisse again. This is good football from MK Dons. And into Dath. Yep, that's why they won the league last season. They're just that little bit better than me, MK Dons. Just that little bit too good. They had 100 points. We had 95. They have 1 goal. I have none. Amu into Sabi. Through to Vargas off the bench. Is he going to prove me wrong? Not. No. But only because of that save from Moore. Great run from Vargas. Ball through to him was brilliant. He couldn't have done anything more with the shot. The save was just out of this world. Amu with the delivery from the corner. Vargas not going to win that header. Oh, cleared off the line by the defender, although I think the keeper probably had it covered. Very nearly 1-1 on a couple of occasions immediately after they went 1-0 up. But as we said, it's just that little bit too good for me, MK Dons, it seems. Free kick for MK Dons. Aniki delivers. Who's up? Kieran Agard has fallen straight to Britain, who's missed. Player we looked at and were potentially keen on signing as a defender for our side, proving that yes, he certainly is a defender with that shot. Still, it was better than Uno's. Hill could send through the man that came on for Uno here, Brennan Dickinson. Looking to accelerate away from Britain. Oh, the delivery blocked, but we will take the corner. Keeper tried his best, but couldn't get to it. Dickinson to deliver. And we get a last-minute equaliser. Oh, punch from the keeper, and it finds Moore Taylor. He's held the ball up brilliantly. Can we get a foot in there? We can. I was trying to tackle, and it counted as a shot. And then I've fallen over with Howison, and that probably is going to be game over. Well, we just couldn't quite do it against MK Dons here. Unfortunately, it's going to be a defeat in the league, which I believe... No, we just lost to Charlton, didn't we? I was going to say, I believe is our first defeat of the year. It's not. It's our second. It's certainly the first defeat that we've gotten that we've played in. Their only shot on target of the whole game. And they won by a goal to 0. Balls. That wasn't really good enough, was it? 2 wins, 3 draws, 2 defeats. If we'd have won those 2 games against Charlton and MK Dons, we would have been on 15 points and second. But it is what it is. It's still early doors. It's Bradford next. Right, Bradford are just a point ahead of us in the table on 10. As you can see, they're in 11th. The game after that, we face Mansfield, who are just a point ahead of us on 10. They're in 10th. So, mid-table clashes that might determine whether we end the episode in the playoffs or solidly mid-table, perhaps even lower half of the table. Perella picks up a knock, but he's able to continue, but might well see him taken off later in the game. As we reach half-time, it's still 0-0. Lennon now on for Perella. Akpan gives Bradford a 1-0 lead. And it's 3 defeats today. We thought, after the last episode, he's out for 3 days. That's manageable. We thought after the last episode that actually we could stand a good chance of getting automatic promotion this season. It appears we're not quite as good as we thought. Although there is still, of course, plenty of time to turn the season around. We'll put Harrison in there. And maybe we'll give Brooks Lennon a go on the right-hand side for this one. And we'll see if we can do anything better against Mansfield at home. We'll then be playing the final 2 games of the month and episode against Cardiff and then Wycombe. Not expecting to do anything against Wycombe, but Suarez Garcia picks up a goal again. He's done that a number of times now in simulated games, both last season and this season. We did go 2-0 up for 60 seconds till we gave away a penalty and Mansfield pulled one back. A victory at home against Mansfield would be superb, and Sabi may well have guaranteed that with a 3rd goal, his 2nd of the afternoon, and we are to get 3 points against Mansfield. Good. That's going to shoot us back up the table. It's Cardiff in the cup next, and then Wycombe, who were at least top of the table. So it doesn't get any easier.
The main striker won't be isolated,
great ball over the top to Banku. That name's familiar, isn't it? Mitov tips that away. It'll drop to Callum Patterson, who will fire wide. First chance for Cardiff goes wide of the target. Left-sided midfielder Banku involved in the build-up. Win that, please. Ball up, Oscar. Vargas will get it out wide to Amu. Go to Hill again. Brennan Dickinson is available, as is Sabi now. Who will look for Vargas. Who will look for Amu. Who will look in the middle for a teammate and only find the feet of Smithies. Corner for Cambridge. Brennan Dickinson delivers. It's decent. Up goes no one. It'll drop to Perella, and he will tamely head wide. That was terrible. Well up, Penny. Unfortunately, it's fallen straight back to Cardiff feet. Ball over the top is tremendous, and Kadeem Harris can get it into the middle, but Brooks Lennon hooks away. Had to rotate the side a little bit for this one, because, of course, the fixture list is quite busy at the minute with games midweek and at the weekend. Harris, great footwork from the winger. Luckily for me, Mitov was right behind it. Sabi could win that and has done so well, actually. And we'll look for, well, it was meant for a Moo, actually, over the top. Oh, mistake from the defender. Can we punish them? No. Smithies with the save, and John Joe Kenny will clear the ball away. Balls. It's a lovely ball through to Harris. Decent delivery too. Maris gets there to get it away. Vargas across here to Dickinson. The counter is on. But Sabi to Vargas. Racing away. I do or did have Amu on the far side. He will continue to catch up with play now. And Amu into the middle. Oh, Cunningham with a block. Why did Amu stop running? Would have been in a great position by the time that move was about to end. Had he stayed forward or kept his run going initially. That's going to drop to Maris, whose chest control is decent. George Maris has done that before in real life, has now replicated it in FIFA. Strike, sunshine. That was superb. He's actually grown this season up to 65 rated. And if he's going to be doing that, even remotely regularly, he might see himself back into the starting lineup ahead of Howison until we're able to sign a much better central midfielder potentially in January. What a hit. Cambridge 1, Cardiff City of the Championship 0. Vargas looking for Sabi. Gets to it. Amu making that run. Lovely ball in there to Vargas. Oh, the touch is great. The finish not forthcoming. Rodrigo Vargas, you've done that too many times. That's why you've seen your starting lineup position go to Suarez Garcia recently. This was the opportunity to perhaps put yourself forward to regain or retain that position. Not on that showing. Cunningham inside to Rawls. There's Damore. Nice tackle by Maris. He's certainly impressed in this game. Dickinson not quite able to get to that. And here's Mendez-Lang's come off the bench for Cardiff. Used to play for Cambridge. Mendez-Lang. Oh, God, what was that, Ewan Edwards? He's really questionable, actually, Ewan Edwards. Potential-wise, he's supposed to be pretty good. Rating-wise, he's not that bad. In-game, ooh, not keen. Not keen at all. Maris will look to send Ziegler away here, who's come off the bench. Looking to get in behind. Can he find a pass? No, he can't. Never mind. Great. Superb. Oh, he's got the ball back. All right. Great. Superb. Edwards into Dickinson. Support there again from Edwards. We'll look for Sabi and find him, who spins well. The shot on target. Alex Smithies, though, dives away to save. To Maris. Vargas over the top looking for Ziegler. Brings that down brilliantly. Turns inside well too. And I'm going to continue to drive inside. Oh, it was meant for Sabi and it looked like it was tried to play towards Dickinson. Find Dickinson on that occasion. Looks like we are going to get a victory against Championship opposition. Cambridge 1, Cardiff City 0, and the goal was one of the best of the entire series so far. Absolute thunderbolt from George Maris. I'll probably still play Howison in the next game, but Maris certainly has added his name to the hat for a start, or at least more of a role to play this season than initially I thought I was going to give him. Also going to try out Brooks Lennon at right mid for this next game for the first time. Forward into a teammate, and then Samuel picks up the ball. Thompson over the top looking for Samuel again, but Perella does well to get up to that. Howison picks up the loose ball and we find Suarez Garcia. I tried to play that to Sabi and he decided to just run. Thompson, Morley, picked off by Suarez Garcia. Hill forward to Sabi and across to Brooks, Brennan Dickinson, who's in behind here. Brennan Dickinson, oh, good save. Well, the acrobatics from Sabi when he eventually gets up. Give us a 1-0 lead here against Wycombe. I'm not sure who their goalkeeper is. I was slightly taken aback by his hair, to be completely honest, initially. It's a good save, but Sabi, well, that was pretty spectacular, wasn't it? Ball forward. Samuel wins that well, but Oscar Hill gets that loose ball. Brooks Lennon, forward looking for Sabi, but misplaced. Suarez Garcia tracking back brilliantly. That's the sort of hard work you want. And then he's getting forward on the attack. Brilliant. Brooks Lennon looking to get away then. He's similar to Uno. Oh, that's awful. He might be in real trouble here. That was from behind and two-footed. Just the yellow for Wang Cruz. He's gotten away with that because that was disgusting. Brooks Lennon will deliver the free kick into the box. Oh, it's a good delivery too, and flicked on by Suarez Garcia, but flicked wide. Both Suarez Garcia and Rodrigo Vargas do work particularly hard in that cam roll. I don't know whether it's the instructions that I've got on my tactics that mean that whoever plays in that role is particularly energetic, shall we say. But the two of them particularly, I'm sure Dickinson's first touch was there, the two of them particularly do work very, very hard when played in this formation in that role. So far, that hard work has been well rewarded with a 1-0 lead. Bogle with the throw. Back to Brooks Lennon. Pulls that back nicely to Hill. Howison. Suarez Garcia. Brooks Lennon out wide again. Takes that in his stride well. Cross is decent. Oh, it wouldn't let me run towards it with Savi there. He just stood there motionless. It wouldn't actually make any sort of movement towards the football. That was frustrating. Suarez Garcia turns well. He's got Brennan Dickinson out wide. Can't find him though. Jaden Bogle should win this header and has done. Brooks Lennon will find Suarez Garcia again. Oscar Hill on the overlap. Through the gap looking for Savi, but Thompson cuts it out. It's been a real close game this between ourselves and Wycombe. It's closer than the majority of the ones that we've had so far in League One. They're top of the league, or at least they were top of the league prior to the game against Cardiff. So I was expecting a really difficult game, but to this point, we're actually playing very well and looking good value for that 1-0 lead at the minute. Bogle, I see him holding his run on the edge of the box there. Brooks Lennon will play him in. His shot, unfortunately, has been blocked. The keeper came, but won't get there. Dickinson will stand it back into the middle, and it's flicked away. I think a second might kill it off for us, but we haven't been able to get one yet. Dickinson with the throw, and Hill to Howison. Out wide to Brooks Lennon, quickly to Suarez Garcia, across to Sabi. This might be the second we're looking for, and is buried in off the post. Sabi with 2 today. And 7 for the season. Casca over the top. Perella should win this. Has done. Hill around the corner to Dickinson. Looking to get away.
Half an hour to go.
She's not quite able to do. Hill to Sabi. Ooh, that was poor. Freeman over the top looking for Samuel. Might be in trouble here. Might be in trouble. Yellow card only. Whew! Victor Perella. I thought you were going there. I certainly thought you were gonna. Dominic Gates take the free kick. I would presume he'll shoot. I would. John Barty does. Oh, and it wasn't far away either. Penny with the throw to Hill. Vargas across to Maris and out wide to Jaden Bogle. Time running out for Wycombe now, and it does look ever more likely that we'll be getting all 3 points here now. Can Uno make up for what was a terrible shot in the first game? Oh, can he ever? If you can do that, how did you miss like that earlier on, Uno? Apparently, Uno does know what he's doing. We've come full circle. We are going to get 3 points here, and a convincing performance as well against Wycombe, who I certainly didn't expect to be as bad as they have been, or as not as bad, as average as they have been. They've created some good chances. They just haven't looked like the side that were top of the table, to be completely honest. But a solid victory for us. Really, really pleased with that. I don't know what to expect from this season. I genuinely don't. Like, in yesterday's episode, we had a great unbeaten start to the league season. Then today, we lost a couple of games in a row, and then have ended by beating the side that were top and a championship team. Beating the side that are still top and a championship team. So, are we good enough for League One? Are we not good enough for League One? I don't know. We are 9th after 10 games. 2 points off the playoffs, 4 points off the top 2. I just don't know. I genuinely just don't know if we're going to be able to get ourselves promoted this season. I hope so, but time will tell. That will be it for today, though. We shall have the month of October tomorrow, and we'll start with the game against Wimbledon, who are right there with us in 10th on 15 points. In fact, there are a number of teams there on 15 points. Youth Squad monthly report. 86. More growth from Elliot Lee. Good. Good passing, good tackling. His technicals are coming along quite nicely. It's those physicals, though. He's pretty dead physically, and that's really going to affect his ability in game. Isaac Morris, 66 rated now. Starting to pick up a little bit. Good. Still, though, needs that extra strength. Giovanni Mancini, 81 to 87 potential. 61 rated now. Continuing to improve. Callum Green, 59 rated. It's probably going to be someone that we can sell on for profit at some point. And Javier Morales, 86 to 94 is his potential now. And if he gets anywhere near any of those stats, I'll be thrilled. Initially, Mancini had stats like that, but we'll wait and see if he actually fulfills them. But, oh, wow, he could be incredible if he fulfills that potential. Let's have a quick look and see if we found anything in Africa. That is going to be a no. That's certainly a no. That's a maybe. That's definitely a maybe. Dennis Adebola will give you 1 more month. What about Algeria? That's a no. That's a we'll wait and see, but probably no long term. That's certainly a no now, as is that one. We'll give Benzekri 1 more month at least, just to see where those windows narrow down to. But I think playoffs is going to be what we're targeting this season. Playoffs. And if we get promoted, wonderful. If we don't, that's fine. It gives us another season to improve so that we know that we are absolutely ready for the championship. But should be an interesting season. It certainly has been so far. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. Earlier on today, there was an Achieve and Leave episode, so make sure you check that out. Of course, there'll be another episode of this, and we might cut out. But basically,